bags were horror lies.
Hello, welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I wanted to bring you a movie that was in my top 10 of 2022. And that is The Apology, directed by Alison Locke. So basically this has three main characters, but it's really two main characters that we focus on. We have the mother, Darlene Hagen, who's played by Anna Gunn, and Jack Kingsley, who's played by Linus Roach. Very iconic role from Mandy, that guy, and he's got this big on-screen presence, and like I'm really drawn to watching him. And he's always playing these like shitty characters. It's pretty cool. And then there's also Janine Garofalo, and she plays Gretchen, the neighbour of Darlene. But there's a lot of spoilers in this. I'll throw that out there right now. But we have Darlene. She lives on her own, and she's preparing for Christmas dinner. And she has Gretchen, the neighbour, like helping out, getting some bits and pieces ready. And yeah, we're seeing she's kind of like she's downloading and watching this kind of interview, and we find out that is it Sally, her daughter? I think it's, I can't remember now. How bad is that? But her daughter went missing like many years ago. Her daughter's gone missing, and she still has the hope of finding her. And so yeah, she's on the path of sobriety, and I think things are getting all a bit much for her, and she's actually about to break. She's got this bottle of vodka or something ready. I think Christmas is hard. She's having all these people coming over, and it's really hard to deal with, and the whole loss of the daughter, and more than not knowing about the daughter, it's too much to bear. And there's literally this knock on the door, and it's Jack, who's kind of like estranged from the family, because Jack was married to Darlene's sister, and they separated. They have children and stuff like that, and his like daughter was Sally's like best friend. They're like cousins and best friends and stuff like that. And yeah, they're kind of like, he's turned up out the blue sort of thing. He wants to kind of try and get back into the family fold sort of thing. He said he's disappeared for like many years, and he's coming back. And so they're kind of reminiscing on things. We find out they had an affair, bits and pieces like that, and then yeah, more happens, and then he's asking questions about Sally, and he's like, wouldn't it be better if you just moved on, like just accepted she's dead? And obviously this triggers some anger. Obviously it would. And he's like, wouldn't you like to be face to face with the person that murdered her? What would you do? And it's kind of like trying to goad your reaction sort of thing. But then to this one point, it's like, I've got something to tell you. They're in the kitchen, and he's taking knives and away from her and things. And it's like, I have to tell you something. And it slowly comes out. But it takes a while for him to say it. Like I said, this is massive spoiler, this thing. But it's very obvious within the film when you're watching it that he had something to do with the disappearance, and it takes a long time for him to say that, but like Darlene, our character, figures it out, obviously, by what he's saying. She's super upset, and yeah, basically he killed her. It was an accident, and he's trying to explain, and he's trying to calm her down. And it's kind of like very emotionally driven, and then it kind of takes a bit of a tonal shift. It almost becomes like I'll try not to sound negative about it. I really, really did enjoy this film, but it kind of backs off a little bit and becomes a little more cat and mouse action orientated. Like he's trying to get to her and she's trying to hide from him, and she's trying to explain things. He's trying to explain to her. Obviously, she doesn't want to hear it. She wants to call the police. She wants to get away from him, but he's locked her in the house. All stuff like this. It's kind of like it turns into a movie like that, and it's I wasn't kind of expecting it like that, and I really enjoyed this film, but it did knock it. I don't know. I don't say knock it down. It's a different different approach. Like I said, the tonal shift is very emotionally driven, and then you just jump onto this game of cat and mouse kind of situation. It's like it's an interesting tonal shift, and like you're finding more things about, and then there's the balance of power swaps because different things happen within the movie, and sometimes he's upper hand, sometimes she's upper hand. There's violence ensues, of course. There's bloodshed, and yeah, it's kind of like it's building and building, and then we get to this the finale sort of thing, and yeah, that. I don't want to give it all away. It's like, if you haven't seen this, but you're okay with spoilers, obviously you got to this point. It's like, it's not overly clever, but it's nicely put together. And he tells more and more, and she manages, Darlene, to get more out of Jack. The help of Gretchen coming over at one point, like, really turns the tide and helps the situation. And it's like, then it kind of flicks between the more emotional side, and it's like, you see there is regret from him. Of course, there's regret, but then you learn more about the situation, and it's not what it seemed at the start, and you learn more things about what happened, and then the conclusion as to the actions of what she does. It's like, what does she do? Does she phone the police? Does she kill him? Does she come torture him? It's like, well, this, you get to watch the movie. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed this one. Directed by Alison Locke, and it's like, it's not a name that I actually recognise. And yeah, I thought I was kind of that she also wrote the movie, and I was like really invested. Like there's not many characters, like basically 3, and then you have like some bits and pieces with the young Sally and stuff like that, and yeah, it was like really enjoyable movie. The characters, the acting quality really gets you, and then the tonal shift, and it kind of like flicks between cat and mouse play and then emotional pull back to cat and mouse, and it kind of pulls you in and out. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and I would highly recommend you check it out, sorry. Anyway, that's the end of my review. I've had my shower, now time to get to bed. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you next week for our theme week. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.